Yes, and welcome back to Normski TV. You're not going to believe it. I started the stream thinking I was live when I wasn't live. Listen, man, technology, you know what I mean? Not good with these Mr. Old Fogey here. But listen, welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. And listen, we are going to be here talking all things football. So much has happened in the past couple of weeks. So much to discuss. So much to look at in terms of drop-offs, people that are smiling. There's going to be some smiley faces in the green room. Unfortunately, Kofi won't be able to make the stream this evening. I'm trying to persuade my missus to jump in for him as a Liverpool fan. And as I said, it's the calm before the storm tonight. We play at 8:15 at the Emirates. Arsenal v Liverpool. Arsenal need the 3 points to keep pushing for that top four. If Liverpool win tonight, they go 1 point behind Man City, who dropped off against Crystal Palace on Monday. It looks like old Pep is looks like he's bottling it, mate. Blaming the grass, you name it. But listen, we're here to discuss all things football, and we have got some people in the back room, or the green room, shall I say? And I'm going to introduce them. Yes, they're all here. We have Mr. Big D in his nice Man United top. And we've got Mr. who's at the Tottenham Stadium. And big prize for Mr. Craig Wally. First one in the chat. Welcome again.
Yes, Craig.
Craig.
Big up, Craig.
Listen, we are going to be talking all things football. As I said, Kofi is not on tonight. Trying to persuade the missus to come on. I did send her the link, so she may take us up on the offer. But if not, then you have to deal with the three of us tonight, this evening. Also, last week, obviously, we had some little issues with some stuff being put in the chat by some unscrupulous person. If you do see anything that's in the chat that's not for our eyes, and especially the kids' eyes, then please, report it, block it. I will be doing my best to block it here. I had to stop the live replay chat last week, but you will still see your chats on the actual stream that we did. So, but I had to stop the actual live replay chat for last week's show. But nevertheless, we crack on. If they want to come in and spam the chat, that's their business. But as I said, guys, if you're watching and you do see any dodgy things in there, unfortunately, we couldn't take it down because it was the actual person's name. But listen, we move. Not going to be put off by that. We keep going. It's just the way it is. That's life. So first of all, let me first ask you, Big D, how you doing?
Doing okay, mate. Doing okay.
Yeah.
The week got busy too quick, but as always, we juggle and then after yesterday's nightmare, then never mind. I kind of slept, you know what I mean? It's kind of a very weak sleep once I came in early hours in the morning.
Yeah.
But, So did a quick one, then back on, slept, and then going back in later on. So but apart from that, okay, doing okay. Yeah.
Cool. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
And Chili, yes. I noticed that you're down at the Tottenham Stadium.
Mr. Levy asked me to come down and give Conte some tips, so I'm just down here.
I see. Yeah, I think he does definitely need some tips after that display last week against the GOAT, Mr. Ronaldo.
What do you mean that display? We're okay. They were just better.
Well, listen.
This is why everyone hates Arsenal fans. Did you see how you were grinning when D was saying that they lost yesterday? Disgraceful, shameless.
D, whatever air you got left in your head, D, you might have to start pulling out your beard, boy. But yeah, good evening, Latoya, Liverpool. I know she's on tonight. She knows. I was talking to her earlier on today.
Latoya, how you doing, Latoya?
She's quite confident that that Liverpool is going to do the business against us this evening. Not looking forward to it. As I said, it's the calm before the storm. Hopefully, we won't get battered. Please, God. I mean, D, you said earlier on before you came on that you think that you've got a funny feeling about this.
I feel like Liverpool. I feel like Arsenal, the way their form is, as much as Liverpool are Liverpool, like with those fans as well. I don't think it's going to be easy one. I think he's got them well organised, Arteta. You know, regardless of the start. I think right now they're playing some good football, and your midfielders are really stepping up and just handling the business. You know what I mean? Taking a lot of pressure off him. So I think it's a good game. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to that one as a neutral.
Yeah. I mean, it's a game. Listen, Arsenal have got a good record at home, albeit we did lose to them last season by quite a large margin. But our record this year, we've only lost 2 games at home, and that's Man City and Chelsea. Right. So our record is quite good. So hopefully we'll put up a good fight this evening. As I said, we need that 3 points, and obviously Liverpool need the 3 points to close the gap with a game in hand on Man City. And that, as I said, that could go right down to the wire. They have to go to the Etihad, and that will be it's definitely going to be very close at the moment. Do you know what I mean? And I was listening to Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher. They were saying basically out of the 2, they would say that probably Liverpool looked the more likely to do it because of the front 3, front 4. We will talk about the game that was played on Monday, Man City against Crystal Palace. Yeah. Now, Crystal Palace, I think we've taken 4 points off them this year. Yeah. So they're kind of their bogey team, but Crystal Palace did put up a real good defense. It's just that Man City are missing that number 9, that out-and-out striker, and they're playing with a false 9, and that's the problem. They haven't got the goal scorers.
And the thing is, he's got away with it. He's got away with it for a while, but then maybe that eventually catches up with him. Maybe he should have looked at that to address that in the transfer window, because he clearly doesn't trust Jesus as a. I mean, that was the thing about it. I don't know if you saw it, the game as well, but I mean, he didn't make no changes during that game, and I was like, you know, is he overthinking it? I don't know what your thoughts on that quickly before we go into the review of the Prem and the Champions League review. What are your thoughts on that game on Monday gone in terms of Pep not making any substitutes during that game? Is he frozen? Is he frozen?
Who, me, you asking?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, listen, I forgot. I forgot. He's in the Tottenham Stadium, so he's not too aware of his surroundings. He hasn't got to turn off his camera now because the dog is at home. So.
That's the one, isn't it?
So you got
So what were your thoughts on him not making any changes, and did you think that they would slip up against Crystal Palace?
To be fair, they didn't really need to make any changes. They peppered them. That was siege, man. That was a siege. And that's how it goes sometimes. How many times have you been watching Arsenal and you're peppering the team and you can't score? You know it's just not your day.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
But Crystal Palace had some chances on the break.
But who would you have taken off and brought on for City?
I would have probably taken off Foden, brought in Gundogan. I think because he would have made a difference. I think bring on Sterling and Jesus. Just go for it, because Jesus or Jesus, if you want to call him, he's more of a natural striker.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Finisher.
Yeah.
Because it's true. If you're looking for a goal, and these lot ain't delivering, and you've got Sterling and Jesus on the bench, you've got to switch it up, ain't you? Even for 15 minutes. Even for the last 15 minutes, you should put them to 1.
I just think that he probably thought that they were going to score because they were just peppering Palace.
Well, this is it. But then change it up, because after a while, misplaced passes, do you know what I mean? It just was not going for them. And
when they missed that open goal in the first half,
I think that was... Was that Lopez? Was it Lopez when who hit that ball? I think he hit the post and came back out. Yes, Mr. Harris, how you doing, bro?
Ian.
Yeah, and I think it was Lopez that missed the open goal.
Sure.
I think it was Lopez that he went up straight over the bar, and that
because even if you look at Mahrez, because Mahrez has been so consistent, he's always reluctant to tug him. You know what I mean? He's like made that right wing his own. You know what I mean? Because he cuts it onto his left foot and top bins all the time. But sometimes you just got to switch it up. And even the current players, you just switch them and give the wing backs a different headache. But he just left it as it was. And he can overthink it as well, you know, Norm.
You've seen that. I said Crystal Palace had a couple of chances where they could have got him on the break. Gallagher had a chance right at the end.
Right near the end.
I mean, if they had clinical strikers, you know what I mean? You know, they did have their chance when they lost the ball a couple of times. What's his name? The midfielder, Rudiger. He a couple of times dwelled on the ball a little bit too long, got robbed. Do you know what I mean? You know, Zaha needed to make better choices in terms of, you know, playing those crosses, or, you know, when he was playing on the left, and I think he got moved over into the middle when he brought on Ayew and a couple of other players as well. So
if you look at Patrick Vieira, he was actually going for it.
He just brought in attacking players, which I thought was good. And plus, he's got a good record. He's never lost to Man City as a player and as a manager. Okay. So his record is quite good. But,
he's done all right in general, you know.
He's done all right. He's done all right. You know what I mean? Crystal Palace, they will be there and thereabouts. And you know, they've got quite a young side as well. So we'll see how they go. But I just thought, you know, he just overthought it a little bit too much, Pep. And now he's opened up the door for, you know, Liverpool now to come in, put the pressure on us this evening. You know what I mean? As I said, I did send a link to my missus, so she may even come in and join us. So we'll see if she's got the bottle to come on and cover for Mr. Kofi. But listen, the subject matters because obviously my game, and I know Chile's game is on tonight. My game kicks off at 8:15, so we're gonna motor on through this. Some of the stuff that we want to be obviously discussing, we're always going to be looking at the Prem Champions League. Hey, yes, Mr. Martin, how you doing, bro? Yeah. Yes. 2-1 to Arsenal. Come on in. Please let that be. My missus is laughing in the background, as you can see. But hopefully she may have the bottle and come on. We'll see what happens. We'll see. No, you need to No, you need to come on. You need to come on. Don't talk in my stream. You need to come on. You need to. You see me? You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean? Let's see if she comes on. Let's see if she comes on. But listen, we're going to be talking obviously the Prem Champions League review. Very awful refs. In short, V.A.R. We're going to talk about some of the decisions over the weekend. I don't know what was going on there. We're going to be looking at Roman and Chelsea. Is the future bright or is it bleak for this? You know, obviously with the situation that's gone on. You know, we know it's been covered right throughout the news, and you know we're into the next week. And listen, we're still going to talk about it. Nothing is ever covered until we talk about it. Right? We're going to be looking at Tuchel, Poch, or Ten Hag. Who will be the next Man United manager? I've put in there Tuchel. And is Ramsdale the best English keeper? And is Mo appreciated at the pool? So these are some of the things that we're going to be discussing this evening. Hopefully it will intertwine, you know, it may come out in the conversation when we're discussing, you know, the Premier League fixture. So let's go for it. Let's first of all look at the fixtures from last week. And let me go into my OneFootball, my trusted app. And scroll back and look at the games. Assuming, let's go right the way back. And I'm going right the way back. Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Before we do that, there was a couple of Champions League games played. Yes, we got a good chance tonight. If we get V.A.R too much, it will spoil our game. Listen, mate, it's Liverpool we're playing. Remember, Liverpool. Right? So, yeah, let's watch out for that. But listen, let's start off with the Champions League game last week. That was last week, Wednesday, whilst we was on stream. Manchester City, obviously, we knew they're going to go through. They were 5-0 on aggregate against Sporting Lisbon. They played pretty much a changed side. Game ended up 0-0. They go through. to the next round. But the game that I really want to talk about, and you probably guys want to watch it, was the Real Madrid PSG.
PSG.
What going on with that, man? People, talk to me. What was going on? Karim Benzema,
Right.
mate,
He's a bad man.
he's a bad boy.
Yeah, he's a bad boy. Yeah.
An hat-trick. What? He scored an hat-trick in. What was it? The hat-trick. He scored that within.
Yeah,
13 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, he scored the 69th, the 76th, and the 78th minute.
No, he didn't score an hat-trick. Sorry, did he score an hat-trick?
Yeah, he scored a hat trick. Yeah, 3-1. Yeah. Yes, yeah. The
No, he
61st
scored.
minute,
No.
the 76th, and the 78th minute.
Yeah, so he only scored 2 goals then. He didn't score that trick, did he?
No.
You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about the Lewandowski.
Yeah, that's what I was
right.
thinking. Yeah.
My buy, you know what I mean? Yeah.
No,
So
the Real Madrid,
literally, within 2 minutes, 76th minute, because Kenyan. Oh no, hold on a minute. No,
he scored all three. He scored all
what
three.
am I talking about? Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah.
He scored in the 61st minute.
Yeah.
The 76th minute and the 78th minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Why am I doing the man in an injustice, man? Why am I doing him an injustice?
But this is the thing with the PSG, though, Norm, is that those front three don't track back and defend. So when they're under the cosh, then this is what happens. That's why it's not a good balanced team at all. The balance is terrible in that team.
I mean, on paper, right, guys, on paper, they probably got better players, PSG.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Messi. The guy was not, it was anonymous in that game.
Yeah.
But it came down to mentality at the end of the day. Because, Mbappe scores that goal and you're thinking, yeah, they've got it. I think they win that game because they were 1-0 up. PSG went in that game 1-0 up, didn't they? So they would have been 2-0 up. I mean, the final aggregate score was 3-2 in the end.
Yeah.
And there was no away goals or whatever.
Away goals don't count again, do they?
Yeah, he didn't count.
Yeah, which is
this guy, Karim Benzema,
good.
still doing the business, mate. Mate, we've been linked with him for God knows how long, since Wenger days. Do you know what I mean? Right. And he's still doing the business. Because now, around about this time now, you'll be saying to yourself, could he still cut it? The guy is still cutting it.
Yeah.
He's cutting it for Real Madrid and he's cutting it for France.
Because you remember as well, Norm, there was a time where he wasn't making himself available for the France squad either.
That's right.
So he was staying quite fresh in those seasons when he had some massive blow up with. I can't remember if it was his existing manager or the manager before, but he had a blow up and he just pulled himself away from the French squad. So all that time,
that's right. Yeah. Well, there was some other stuff going on as well. Yeah.
So, it's like I say, the front three at PSG don't help them because when they have to defend, that's not interesting. And people say, "Oh, Messi's washed." And I'm saying, is he washed or is he sulking? Because he never wanted to go there.
Yeah,
he never wanted to leave Barcelona. Trust me,
no.
He didn't want to leave there. And so he's just a miserable old man now.
Yeah. Was he what, 34 now?
Yeah, he's younger than Ronaldo, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 34, isn't he?
I think about 35, maybe.
Yeah. And so
I think he's about 34. I think he's 35 this year.
Yeah,
but he just looked a shadow of himself. He needs to go home. He needs to go home, man. That's what he needs to do. He needs to go back home
to Argentina and play. Argentina or
because Poch, I don't know whether Poch is able to handle all those stars. You know what I mean? And
you have to remember as well that there's certain elements where Poch is told who has to play as well.
Yeah.
There's always been that politics where are you really managing? Yeah. What's really saying that?
Messi walks his game. Ball has to go to him to get going. He stands around every game as far as I'm concerned. It's a big red flag. He's a move to. Oh, right. Okay.
She never gone there.
Well, Junior's right in those things because if you do watch him, he literally does walk around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I see what Junior's saying.
He don't even look interested. Normally, don't. He's just there picking up whatever it is paycheck. Is it $1 million a week or they're just running jokes?
Listen, Craig is doing his stand-up. He's doing his stand-up tonight.
Oh my! I take it Craig's a dad.
Yeah. And Jeannie, as Jay's saying, who's reluctantly won't come on. I'm hoping she will come on. He hasn't really worked out for him there. I mean, we was looking at him in the winter transfer because we needed someone kind of in the middle of the park because we, lost Thomas Partey to the African Cup of Nations, but he wanted to stay at PSG, but he's not getting the game time, and I think he'll probably be moved along swiftly because he was meant to go to Barcelona, wasn't he?
Yeah, originally,
and then went there for the money.
Yeah, and I think that's what he looks like. He looks like he's gone there for the money. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so PSG have bottled it, and it's looking like Poch is not going to have a job at the end of the season. He's been obviously linked with Man United, but we will come and talk about that and just get your views on those three managers when we do come to talk about that. But we'll move on swiftly. Wolves against Watford. And good. Yes, Mr. Kofi. Kofi can't be on tonight, but Kofi, we will be discussing the Mo Salah situation. Obviously, the big game tonight. We've kind of talked about it already. Calm before the storm. Hopefully, we won't get battered. But D's got a funny feeling that we may just do it. So, D, thank you for putting down those prayers and prophecies. You know what I mean?
I said prophesy.
Listen, Wolves kind of have sort of turned their I'm not saying their season around, but they've kind of turned their form back around. They was on a little bit of a bad run. They beat Watford, who, listen, at the moment, Watford are sitting third from bottom. Mate, they got a good result, though, against Southampton the other day, winning 2-1 to Southampton. But they did lose last week 4-0 to Wolves. So Wolves putting away four goals. What did the drummer call his twin daughters, Anna 1 and Anna 2? Oh boy! They say don't be a false prophet.
Jay needs to come through.
I'm calling you to come on the show. I've sent you the link. Come on the show.
You're coming for me in the shadows. Stop coming for me in the shadows, man.
Exactly. Yeah. if you've got the bottle, come on the show. Show your face. You don't even have to show your face. You don't have to show your face.
You standing in the shadows.
Yeah, come on. You've got the link. Come on. Yeah, I can hear you laughing in the background. Come on. Let's do the business. Stop it, D. Live taking the points. Okay. But listen, Norwich 1, Chelsea 3. That was during the period of time when the whole thing went a little bit AY with Chelsea, the sanctioning against Abramovich. Chelsea going to Norwich. We thought maybe, but it's Norwich at the end of the day. They are definitely going down. Losing 3-1 at home to Chelsea in that game. It's really, it's not really much to talk about. It just looks like every game that Norwich played, they're just letting in goals left, right, and centre. Chelsea go and win that 3-1. And listen, we're chasing them down. Whether we'll catch them or not is another question. Well, you don't know, do you? You just don't know.
Yeah, I do, though. You're not catching anything. You could catch a cold.
Okay. Listen, Newcastle. Listen, Southampton.
They were robbed, man.
What? No, I'm not. We're talking about the Southampton game. In that game,
okay.
So let's talk about that game. We will talk about it. Newcastle 2, or should I say Southampton 1, Newcastle 2. Now, Southampton, it was before losing. They had not lost at the St Mary's for the best part of 8 or 9 games. Yeah. They lose to Newcastle 2-1. Newcastle still on the move, moving up that table swiftly. Now on 30. Have you got the point swing there? What they're
on now, Newcastle? They're on 31 points. Yeah,
31 points, and what they've moved up to what?
14th.
14th.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and that's just really phenomenal what they're doing. Absolutely brilliant. Eddie Howe doing a fantastic job with the team. And if that game, did you see the Bruno Guimaraes goal? Guy that we was linked with. I don't know if you saw his goal. If you get a chance, watch the Bruno Guimaraes goal. Literally, ball comes over from across.
Yes, I did on Match of the Day. Yes, yeah, I did. Yeah.
Unbelievable, mate. What a goal. What a goal. And they win that game 2-1. Aston Villa go to Leeds under the new manager of Marsh. Look, again, Leeds are getting sucked into this relegation fight. Aston Villa going there, winning 3-0. A lot of these games, as I say, didn't really get a chance to really watch. I mean, I tried to see if I could watch it on Match of the Day, but we don't always get the chance. So I'm just going off by the scores, but it's really more about, in general, you're looking at Leeds and you're thinking, mate, you know, they did win the other day, which we'll come to, but Aston Villa under Stevie Gerrard, they're doing quite well. Again, I think in that game, Coutinho scored in that game. And he's really having a fantastic season with them. Yeah. We was linked with him. And I think we were saying he was a bit too old. I think he turns 29 this year, I think, or 30 this year. But he's doing quite well. He's doing quite well with Aston Villa. And I know, would you saying that Coutinho was linked with Tottenham? I can't remember if you said it or was it another player?
Like you, every player you've mentioned, you've been linked with, and it's the same with us. We're linked with everybody. So I don't know how much truth there is in it.
Yeah, and you say he's 29, Norm.
He's 29, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, for me, I'm taking a shout on a 29-year-old like Coutinho, because you know he understands the Premier League.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it suits him. It suits him as well.
Right, it suits his game.
He's moved to his £145 million move to Barcelona didn't obviously work out. Yeah. He ended up getting loaned out to Bayern Munich. And for about 3 or 4 seasons, we've been linked with him. But again, but then they're saying that that we may still be linked with him in the summer, because it's whether Aston Villa can afford his wages. Because he is
it's a loan move, isn't it? I forget it's a loan move. Yeah. But then he went there because of the relationship.
Yeah, because
of G.
Mr. G. Yeah, Mr. Stevie G.
But how much are they going to want for him? They paid a lot of money for him.
Yeah. I mean, he's 29.
But then they have to be realistic, because if they were playing him every week, he wouldn't be at Aston Villa, would he?
Yeah.
So you have to be realistic about the price tag. Well, you loaned him out, then you loaned him out again. So don't be looking for no 80 million for him.
No.
You know what I mean? So
what do you think, around 50?
If you looking at his performance now with the last few games, and if say he was offered to you, what would you pay for him?
I'll pay 50 mil for him.
50? Oh.
Look at players. You paid 50 mil for Ben White. I'm better than Ben White. No, but you see what I'm saying, Norman? You got to put it in perspective.
Have you got a fetish about Ben White? Saying what's going on with you, man?
It's true though. That's it. You pay 50 mil for a one-legged defender who can't even hop, and then you turn your nose up at Coutinho for 50 mil.
Yeah, but
listen, Chili, you have to remember that we got mugged off
with the Ben White.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
we paid 80 for a fridge.
80 mil. We paid 65 for Ndombele.
Wow, I don't know if that's true. Did you read that? What
600k. I mean,
that's what Messi was on, isn't it?
He's playing Monopoly, isn't he? He's playing Monopoly. What's wrong with this guy? That's ridiculous.
At his age, he shouldn't even be worrying about the money. That will come.
That will always come.
Yeah.
And he's coming up. And he's got a clause in his contract where
I think he wants a clause written in his contract.
But he's got a clause currently where for a certain price you can have him. It doesn't have to be 100 and something million.
I think he's got a 75 million buyout clause.
Yeah, which is written cheap in football in terms for a striker. Because, you would think that 120... Remember, City paid 100 mil for Grealish. So you'd say Haaland would cost them 130 mil without that clause in the contract. Yeah. So if you've got that cut price clause in your contract, then don't be greedy and asking for 600k a week. I mean, that's ridiculous. Just enjoy football. You're still a young guy,
Yeah.
Already getting caught up on the money, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, you'll never want again for the rest of your life. Stop it. You know what I'm saying?
The Brighton Liverpool game. Brighton, listen, they're on a little bit of a downer as well. They're not doing too well. They just need a striker. Do you know what I mean? They need a striker, and they just can't put, and they've lost 4 games at home, I think. They ain't been doing too well at home. Do you know what I mean? Brighton was once like a fortress, but they ain't been too well. Liverpool go there. And listen, mate, that Luis Diaz goal to put his head there, and then what that guy did to him, Sanchez, the goalkeeper.
Oh yeah, that should have been a. How's that not a red card?
That was proper WWF, man.
WWF.
My man booted him in his chest, you know.
WWF, mate. Literally, he's come up and his leg was there. I mean, he's there.
Yeah, he took him high.
I mean? He was brave. He was brave to put his head there. What a ball, though. I think it was Fabinho that played that ball over the top.
Yeah.
I think it was Fabinho that played that ball. No, Joe Matic. No, it was Joe Matic. Fantastic ball over the top, mate. And listen, yeah, the rest is history. Yeah, Braveheart, Diaz, Braveheart. That's what Kofi's calling him. And Mo Salah gets his penalty. He didn't really have a good game in that game, but you know he gets the penalty, and I think in that game they take him off. In that game, I think he picked up an injury in that game as well. But I'm hearing that he's back in training and he's fit because he kind of hobbled off, and they said that he might have pulled a ligament in his ankle or stretched his ankle. And that's I was thinking, Lord. But then you've got the likes of Jota, you've got the likes of the Luis, Mane, you know. So listen, it doesn't matter. Even if they do lose Diaz, you know, they've got other players to come in and fill that spot. You know what I mean? They're front three, front four, they've all got goals in them. Do you know what I mean? And if Jota, I think he may start Jota. He may start Jota on the bench tonight. Salah will be on the right. I don't know where he play because Mane's kind of sort of playing that kind of.
He's playing through the middle, isn't he?
Yeah, he's playing through the middle. Yeah, out on the left now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been playing.
Maybe kind of interchange. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if Diaz can play through the middle.
No.
Well, wide man, isn't he?
No,
so,
he's too busy doing his no look passes.
Right.
But that wouldn't help.
and Firmino's injured, right? He's injured, I think. Firmino, I think he's injured.
Oh, is he?
I think so. No. He's on the bench now.
Yeah.
He's on the bench.
Craig, I saw this today. No, not for me.
Nah,
not for me. Not for me.
No.
You know, obviously it doesn't look like it's worked out for Hazard, but I don't.
His best days were at Chelsea. He's done and dusted, I think.
Done and dusted, mate. You know what I mean? You know,
he can't stay
right
fit
now. Martin Odegaard, mate. What guys? Just quickly, what do you think about Martin Odegaard? What are your thoughts on him?
Martin Odegaard.
Putting aside your Tottenham badge and the toilet behind you, yeah. What? The toilet bowl behind you, yeah. What? Come on now. Let's be men here now. What do you think of Martin Odegaard?
Are you saying let's be men after you just dissing his great stadium?
You know it's all banter. You know it's all banter.
I said from last season that the kid's a baller, mate. Yeah. He's a good footballer.
He's starting to come into his own, mate.
I said it from last season when you had him on loan.
Yeah. I had this little running with Ian who was in the chat, and I was saying to him last season, I think when he was on loan, I was saying, he needs to be stronger. And I just think that maybe getting used to the Premier League, you know, it being quite fast and robust, he didn't look strong enough. Dwelt on the ball a little bit too long. But now, man, he is putting some passes together.
Good performance.
I thought he was good last season.
Yeah.
Leah, my guy, love him, but I want Emil to start. Yeah, Lee, look, I know you love Emil and everything, but
yeah, he's another one. He's a very good footballer as well.
Yeah,
who's that? Sorry, what's that?
Decent players.
Say that again, mate. Say that again.
I said Arsenal have got a few decent players at the moment.
Yeah, no, I mean our midfield in terms of our attacking midfield is really good. Saka,
I say a few. You've got 4 good players. The rest are a mess. You've got your goalkeeper.
Hold your horses, mate. We be my goalkeeper.
You've got your goalkeeper.
You've got something good to say about the goalkeeper.
No, I said, yeah, he's one of the good ones. You've got your goalkeeper, Saka, Odegaard, and Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
The rest of them are
Craig is saying I'm not convinced by Odegaard. He has to do it throughout the season, not just in the odd few games. fair enough. I hear what you're saying, but the last maybe 5 or 6 games, he has done well. But I do understand where you're coming from on that, Craig, because look, over a 38-game period, or obviously with other games and other competitions, you want to see consistency. But listen, from what I've seen of him so far, last season I wasn't convinced of him, but what I'm seeing this season is a lot better. He's the one that's pulling the strings, played well against Watford, played well against Leicester. Literally, he was doing these little flicks and linking up with Partey, linking up with Saka. Them two know each other's game. And, I think he just needs to bring more goals to his games. I think that's the thing. He just needs to bring more goals to his game. But he's a baller. I think he's a baller, but I get what you're saying, Craig. He needs to do it over a 38-game. I'm not saying he's going to do it every time because he's a young player, so you all drop in form. I get that. I absolutely get that.
But that midfield has kept you in the hunt, Noam. I said this a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
That midfield has kept you guys relevant for that top 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all chipped in with the goals as well and the assists.
Absolutely.
So, you can't really knock it.
Yeah, I think he's got 5 goals. Yeah, I think it's 5 goals that he's got, which. Yeah, it could do with doubling that. You know what I mean? I think because we haven't got no strikers at the moment. I think Lacazette has only got 5 goals. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
The most we've got, who's got the top goal scorer, is ESR with 9 goals.
9,
I think 10 goals in all competitions. You know what I mean? I think Saka is second with the goal count, and then between Lacazette and Odegaard. So yeah, and that's the thing. I think. Is kind of a little bit of our Achilles heel is that the fact that we haven't got a striker. I think if we have an out-and-out striker in all those games that we played, we score more goals.
Yeah.
Standard. Absolutely standard. We score more goals.
You had a striker and you let him go.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, listen, look. Listen, Aubameyang right now is doing the business in Barcelona. I think they said he's the quickest to be scoring how many goals for Barcelona since his arrival there. I can't remember. There was a stat that came out. But look, he's doing the business at Barcelona, enjoying himself there. And he just needed a new start. And he's playing where he needs to play, which is down the middle. La Liga is a lot slower than the Premier League. But then saying that, the season when he did play out left, he scored most of his goals from there, even under Arteta. He did score quite a few goals cutting in from the left. But with stuff going on and off the field, that affected his form. Right. And before he did go or stop playing and no drama that happened, he wasn't scoring goals anyway. Do you know what I mean? Right.
But do you think he, as an Arsenal fan, do you think he down tools on Arteta? Because that's what it feels like.
It looks like it.
Yeah, because
it does look like it.
The way he was, right, you were like, is he washed? And he goes to Barcelona and does that, and you're thinking, hold on,
no, that's mad.
It looks like, it looks like it. Listen, no, lace his boots.
Hold on. Even as a Tottenham fan, I've got to agree with that, man.
Compared him
I mean, people are a bit delusional when they start comparing him with.
I don't like it when people keep comparing current players to players that have gone.
Yeah.
But it was different everything.
Oh, Mo Salah's on the bench.
No.
Bench. Oh. He's on the bench.
They don't fear you. You're just anything.
Right.
Great. I haven't got the team news.
I
haven't got the team news out, Craig. So if you could put the team news out for Arsenal, I would appreciate that, mate.
This is
that would be good.
Picking up his chest.
Yeah.
No, but listen, look, I'm not gonna get dragged in and thinking, because he's on the bench or whatever. Listen, Liverpool have got a fantastic front 3, front 4. So I just want us to go into that game and just do our best. Don't get turned over on our backs and get our tummies tickled. Can't have that. We need to go. When we played Man City, unfortunately, a sending off, stupid penalty by Granit Xhaka, and we ended up losing that game 2-1. But we took it to Man City in that game, and obviously Pep is going to want us to do him a favour. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's probably had a little chat with Arteta and say, "Yo, bro, come on, sort this thing for me now. Start it, hold it up." Yeah, before I let out the secret that he was actually putting out cones for us.
That ain't no secret. We all know that.
But yeah, well, listen, we'll move on quickly. Brentford, Burnley. Again, Ivan Toney doing the business, scoring. I think he scored twice in that game. Christian Eriksen, an assist. I'm telling you guys, Chile, you could have done with this guy.
Your Arsenal team's out.
Who?
Ramsdale, Cedric, White, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, Xhaka, Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, lack of threat.
Okay, lack of threat. Yeah, lack of threat. Tonight, they're going to fret tonight.
Yeah, and Liverpool have gone with Mane, Diego Jota, and Diaz up front.
Midfield, who's in the midfield for them?
Midfield, Thiago, Fabinho, and Hendo. Good old Hendo. Hendo. And then it's gone with the usual suspect at the back.
What's happening? Where he's playing Partey as that number 6 now. Yeah, he's really doing well in that role, and he's played Granit Xhaka further up the field as more of a number 8, because I think Granit Xhaka, when it comes to defending and teams pressing him, you know what I mean. I'd rather he get pressed further up the field, near and there.
He's not pressed,
rather than getting pressed deep. You know what I mean. So, and he seems to be doing well in that role. But as I said, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I need a midfielder alongside Partey who's got legs. You know what I mean?
But this is the joke. Benching Salah, like bare man's on Fantasy League, I've captained him in that double game week. So man's losing their mind right now that he's benched him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Well, listen, look, it may give us a little bit of a lift. The fact that Mo Salah's on the bench. We just got to just go out and play our game. That's it. You know what I mean? As long as we give our best account, that's all I'm saying.
And he's still got a bet. He's still got Mo, Fabinho, and the ops as attacking options on the bench. You know. So he's got options now. They've
sorted out their squad now in terms of the deepness of the squad. They've sorted that out now. So you know, what I mean? Whereas before, Man City had that deep squad now. Liverpool now have got that now, and I think what's made the difference is the fact that Diaz has now come in to the frame and now
hit the ground running.
It's like he's never, you know, it's like he's never played abroad. It's like he's always played in the Premier League. The way he's just hit the ground running, and the way he's adapted to Liverpool style, literally, it's just like that. You know, so you know, Arsenal 11 is the same team against Leicester, so it's the same 11.
Who's Swanson?
Swanson, where's that?
Yeah, he's one of your players. He's on the bench for you.
Never heard of him.
Swanson. Yeah.
Who we got on the bench? Who we got on the bench for us?
Holding, Pepe.
Go on, Dave.
Go on.
You've got Leno, Smith Rowe, Holding, Pepe, Tavares. Who's that? Lokonga. El Neni. Nikita and Swanson. I want Swanson to come on.
And he's wearing number 69.
He could be that secret weapon. He could be that. I know I couldn't go down there. It's a bit. What I was going to say, he could be that Scud missile.
Maybe not at the moment.
Let's not talk about that too much. But listen, Brentford, Ivan Toney scoring up the place.
He annoys me, you know. I had him for like 6 weeks in my fantasy, and I had to dump him, and now man's banging in goals for fun.
No, same thing happened to me.
Yeah, he's come up from his holiday.
You know the one
that was going on out there, and now the man is focused. Scoring. Listen, his penalty taking. Listen, mate, he's got to be the coolest penalty. All I was missing from Ivan Toney was his dark glasses.
You know the ones.
And his cigar. Benson.
He's another Jimmy One Step, isn't it?
Yes, bro. Christian Eriksen, as I said, getting the assist for him. And let me big up Christian Eriksen, even though he's an ex-Tottenham player. He's now been called up for the Denmark team as well.
Brilliant news.
Yeah. Wow. So much respect to him as well. Big up to
that's a big deal.
Christian Eriksen for that. You know what I mean? Brentford beating Burnley 2-0. Burnley, mate, I suppose the question I'm asking, can Can he get him out of trouble? Can their manager get them out? Sean Dyche, can he get them out of trouble? Because he's now second from bottom now. They lose 2-0 against Brentford. What do you think he will get them out? Do you think he's got the nous to do it? You know, or do you think that this is the time for them to go down?
I think it depends on Frank, to be honest, because the way Everton are carrying on,
Big Frank can save the
Frank.
Big Frank can save the day. Big Frank.
I hope Burnley go down. I'm hoping Burnley go down.
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of people that want Burnley to go down. They don't
but
like. They like Sean Dyche. They want him to go down.
Yeah, but if you look at it though, right? Everton now have a worse goal difference than Burnley.
Wow.
And Burnley got 2 games in hand, you know. They got 2
And
games
that's what
in
I'm
hand.
saying.
with a
I
better
just
goal
think
difference
that.
than
I
Everton.
just think that.
Come on, man.
I just think Sean Dyche is the man to get them out of trouble.
Yeah, because he's that arrogant, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. That Wembley boys, you know, that Wembley boys.
You know what I mean? It's like this dude.
Listen,
So annoying.
move on. Now, I just want you to put on your punching gloves, D, and Chili, you just sit back, yeah, take the punches, yeah. Man United.
Wow.
Man United 3. I'll leave the floor to you, Mr. D. Yeah. Wagwan.
This is me, right? Is that Tottenham played very well. And when I look at those 3 goals, it was like man was the curry goal, jumped out the pot, turned into a sniper for this game, and then jumped back in a curry pot again. And I was thinking, because he has been non-existent for us when it comes to that. So of all the games to show up against you guys, I do apologize, Chili. You know what I mean?
It's always going to happen. That's what we're there for.
And I just thought, and I guarantee you, most of my people that are Man United fans never had him in their fantasy league or captained him.
Yeah.
Because he's just been missing in action.
Yeah.
And maybe he had to go to Portugal and
how did he play yesterday?
Exactly.
We'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about that in a second. Listen.
Yeah.
When that corner kick came in, I said to my boy, listen, this is made for Ronaldo. This stage is made for him to get his hat trick. We said it, he's going to get his hat trick today. Yeah. The man rolls up like a salmon. Yeah. Rolls up like a salmon and that. Right. He must have had 2 apples in his throat, mate, because his throat was out here. You understand?
And the thing is, like, it was an open header as well. In a game that close, you're like, who's on him?
Mate, who was Chili?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Talk to me. What was your defenders doing in that?
Right. How many times I've got to tell you our defense is rubbish? Listen, we are punching well above our weight. Well above. That team there, that Tottenham team, the front 3, Kula, Son and Kane will walk into any team in the world, any team.
100%.
There's no argument about that.
Yeah.
But Son, would he get into Man City or Liverpool? Would Kulu? Possibly. I'll give you possibly. But the rest of them, name me another player in Tottenham that would get into a top 6 team, including Arsenal.
Can I ask you about
Romero? Maybe Romero.
Can I ask you about Bentancur? What was he doing in that game? Bentancur, please talk to me. What was the man doing?
What do you mean?
Bentancur, what did he do? He was useless in that game. Giving the ball away.
He tugged him in there, didn't he? He tugged him. Yeah, like get him out of there.
You can't. People can't perform 100% every game, but we're punching well above our weight in every department. Look at the money that the top 6 have spent compared to, or the other 5 compared to us. It's night and day. We're in like double digits, and everyone else is well into their treble digits.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're trying to compete with you. Levy, look at Diaz, a perfect example. We were in for him.
Yeah.
He wanted to come apparently, or was happy to come. Levy's messing about over a couple of million. Liverpool come in and say, Bosh, there's your money. We'll take him. And where is he now? He's tearing it up in Liverpool.
But okay, and yeah, rightly so. But is that because we know Liverpool is a bigger club than Tottenham and that? Did you just think he fancied?
No, Liverpool gave them what they were asking for.
Yeah.
So
And Leave is there mucking about.
Pretty much boiled down to that.
Yeah,
Leave is always looking for a deal, isn't he?
we could
Rather
have
than looking at the bigger picture.
exactly. It's like an half a daily.
Yeah, ridiculous. Just like, come on,
We
bro.
could have bought him 2 weeks before Liverpool. There's your money. Give us our player. But
Yeah.
no, we messed
So
about.
haggling, and then at the end of the day, worsen. Yeah.
Because if you look at the stats just quickly,
I don't think we played bad against United. I thought it was a very good game, to be honest. Very good game.
Oh no, it was brilliant. And then Mr. Harry Maguire, doing what he does.
He was still currently playing the false 5 for us. You know what I said there? He plays the false 5. Right. That's all I can say on this dude, man.
Man scores an own goal, and the man still makes it into the Champions League side.
Right. I just sorry, I'm getting.
But then who would you play instead of him? Does Delort play his position?
But you know the joke was, right?
Oh.
Lindelof was there before Maguire, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So was Maguire bought to replace Lindelof? Because
no, it was bought to play with him.
Right,
and then we bought Varane. So for me,
but Lindelof was there for a little kind of mad thing as well.
This is what happened is, right, his house got broken into.
Right.
So he asked not to play. I don't know whether it was 1 or 2 games that he didn't play, and then he just lost his spot again. And I'm thinking, well, you know what I mean? Family first, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
you know what I mean? His missus was freaking out. And you have to remember, they're not from here. They're not English. So as soon as he was back in the squad, he should be starting over Maguire. Strip that armband and finish with that. People saying Ralph can't strip him because he's an interim. You're still the boss.
Yeah. Either he's the boss or he's not the boss, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe he's not the boss. He's just the interim of the interim.
I mean, you look at you look at both your defenses, and they're just all over the shop, and that's why you had the goals. Do you know what I mean? Going forward,
Ronaldo's first goal though.
It should have.
To be fair, Lloris should have done better. He should have been on his line.
Yeah,
but what a strike, man!
Yeah.
We ain't got no one who can do that.
I was told that he should have been closed down though. I think.
That's nothing again.
No, the thing is, right? We can all watch you can watch the best goal in the world.
Yeah.
Afterwards and break it down and say, well, if he had done this and he had done that.
Yeah. But in the moment,
when you're in the heat of a match, the ball's coming over.
Yeah.
You're not always going to do the right thing.
I hear that. But listen,
if that was the case, no goals would ever be scored, would they?
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to give Fred his flowers, because Fred gets a lot.
Did you see that little flick?
Yeah. But he gets a lot of stick, Chile, right? And Man United fans don't give him any praise when he plays well, because he's playing in an 8 rather than stock. He can't play the 6. When he plays the 8, it's a different Fred, because he plays the 8 for Brazil. And I always say that, you know what I mean? It's just like, this guy. And I'm like, annoying. Just give Fred his flowers, because me and Bitch was talking about it earlier in the WhatsApp group that Fred, man, when Fred plays the 8, and he don't have to babysit McTominay as a double pivot 2 6s. He's a different beast. He wants to go forward. Rather than the sideways and backwards passing.
But that's how you get the best out of players, because a lot of managers, they'll have a player who's whatever, and then they'll think, oh no, I'm not going to play you in your best position. I'm going to play you here. And then we get on that player's case for being crap.
It was a bit like the Kante with under Frank Lampard, and also he decided that he was going to play him much further up the field as opposed to as a holding midfield. I think it was either Frank Lampard or there was a situation, even the previous manager, where he changed his position and it affected his game. So the people obviously having a go at him, but that was his natural position.
The thing is, it can work, because if you look at players like Gareth Bale and Henry, it worked in those circumstances. But it's not going to work every time.
Yeah,
you are
right. Well, listen, and I mean, obviously, there's a lot of Premier League games. Leeds do get their first win over battering Norwich City, the battering ram, 2-1 to Leeds. they get their first win and getting a goal in the last minute, and they go on and win that game. Whether that's going to be enough for Leeds, we don't know at the moment.
Where's they at the minute, D?
They do have Patrick Bamford back, which is a plus for them. I don't know whether
Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, he's not back yet, is he?
He's not back yet.
Let me see. No, he's not back.
Where are they?
They've missed him. These guys, Leeds are they are 16th, 26 points, but their goal difference minus 34. Horrendous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. It's ridiculous. But
they have the worst goal difference.
Some of the fans,
Norwich.
Say that again, mate.
They have the worst goal difference apart from Norwich in the bottom.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The
Leeds could get sucked in big time.
Well, you know what though? In saying all of that though, since this manager, I mean, it's only took 2 games. They lost when they lost 1-0. Who did they play and lost 1-0 to? I can't remember what team they went to and they lost 1-0. But they're not as open as they was under Bielsa. But there's also the talk that some of the fan base are still haven't let go of Bielsa, and they're not really too happy with this new manager for whatever reason. But
he wouldn't. I thought they didn't. I thought they didn't like him because he wouldn't change his play, his how he plays.
No, what it is I think that the thing with the Leeds fans, they've got this bond with Bielsa. Do you know what I mean?
He brought them up.
Yeah, and it's very hard to break. But there are some Leeds fans that were like, you know what, this can't happen because literally 3-4 games, 5 games in a row, they shipped something like 14, 15 goals.
Yeah,
that, you know what I mean? That's proper relegation fodder that's going on there. You know what I'm saying? So something had to happen. It had to change, and this new manager's coming. You know, he may keep them up. You know what I mean? He's a little bit more. He wants to keep the values of the Leeds in terms of that playing that free flowing football, but at the same time, you got to plug the gaps. You know what I mean? You can't be leaving big open spaces and defending.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It was left to their luck.
Running around, pulling each man around the pitch. You know what I mean? You got to work out, mark the space. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you can remember Bielsa just fell in love with that man marking, and that's why you need to be at a certain fitness level to play.
Yeah, literally, because you're just running all day. Do you know what I mean? And they are a fit side. You know what I mean? Now, and this is what I'm talking about now. Say again?
It was Leicester that they lost to 1-0.
Right, Leicester. Right, yeah. Southampton again at home lose to Watford, who we turned over. Yeah.
Right. This Hernandez brother, I don't even know him. You know the ones that's like
but you know,
bang the brace,
bang the play. You know what I mean? And Roy Hodgson, very happy Roy Hodgson,
turkey neck,
coming away with a 2-1 win. Brilliant. You know, still sitting at third from bottom on 20. Was it 22 points or 21?
They are on 22 points.
22 points.
Minus 26 goal difference.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who is your free to go down again, guys? Last week I may have asked a question. Who are your free to go down again? Norwich?
Yeah, for me, it's how it stands. Watford, Burnley, and Norwich.
Right.
Yeah, I still think that.
You changed your mind from last week, Jill?
I think that the same 3 are going down.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I think they'll huff and puff. Well, forget Norwich. I think Burnley and Watford may huff and puff, but just not have enough.
Yeah.
A lot of people want Burnley to go down.
Yeah.
I think the connotations. Yeah, a lot of most people I know want Burnley out. They want Burnley out.
That wish may come through. You know what I mean? They've still got about what 12 games to go.
Right. And have they got any poachable players that you take, Norman, at Burnley? You know what I mean? That's how you got to look at it.
What's they got Wood? That'd be about it, isn't it?
Well, yeah. No, Wood. He's gone to Newcastle.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
What's their defender?
Where's that Workhorse or whatever his name is?
The defender.
What's their defender? He's quite a good defender. I mean, obviously not doing so well, but he's always been linked with clubs much higher than him. What's his name? If you could,
and you know what? I'll take the goalkeeper as well, Nick Pope.
Yeah, Nick Pope. Yeah, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's England #1 for me, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll come on to that.
Yeah.
England #1. Get out of here, Ramsdale, mate. What are you talking about?
He's too fresh right now, Norm. He's too fresh for that.
West Ham 2, Aston Villa 1, and there's this kind of swing thing with Aston Villa. You know, they do well, and then they come to West Ham, and it was really brilliant to see in that game, Yarmolenko scoring. Obviously, with the Ukraine situation that's going on, really was emotional when he got that goal. The opening goal. I mean, all the people sort of jumped around him, and it was just really emotional. And you know, obviously, he's got family out there. Everton are free falling. He's got family out there, so you know, scoring that goal was quite emotional. And Pablo Fornals getting the second. Jacob Ramsey, who I really like, fantastic midfielder, just gets like a consolation goal in the 90th minute. But they lose that game. West Ham still pushing for that top 4, but they've still got Europa. So
they're not getting no top 4. The teams around them are in much better positions than them. They've got games in hand and they're on similar points.
Yeah, because if you win your game in hand, Chile, you're leapfrogging by point.
Yeah.
Even though they've got a better goal difference than you,
we've got them on Sunday. We're going to spank them.
Have you? Yeah. Wow, they're +4.
Who's that? You got the London.
Everyone's got a better goal difference than us.
Hi, Anne.
Yes, Anne. How you doing?
Yeah,
Anne Marie.
Yeah. They've got a better goal difference. Yeah. Everton Wolves. Everton 0, Wolves 1. Brilliant goal by, I think it was Neves. He scored Connor Cody. Sorry, Connor Cody.
It's Cody. Yes.
Connor Cody.
Yeah, Connor Cody in the 49th minute.
I think I've got him in my team.
Well, he's not ex-Liverpool. I think he was with the youth team. You know, he used to play the youth team. So I think there was one case where there was one time when they were playing Wolves. I think it was in a cup competition. I can't remember. And he was sort of saying like, you know, he's a Liverpool supporter. But he goes there and goes to the blue side and gets the winner for them. Everton are free falling right now. 4 games in a row.
And the red card as well, Norm.
And a red card.
Because he gets booked in the 75th minute and gets a red card in 3 minutes later. I mean, come on, bro. Lack of discipline. Ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm really worried for Frank and Everton. Well, I'm not so worried about Frank, but I'm worried about Everton.
But no, the question is Frank finished if he relegates Everton? As in getting another top job in the Premier League for now?
Listen, look, they always find some way around it, yeah? I don't think he should be getting these jobs. I just don't think he should be getting these jobs. But
if he gets,
I don't know, guys. I mean, what do you think in the chat? Do you think, you know, if Frank does relegate Everton, do you think he should get another top job, or do you think he should just maybe, as I think D said, go and referee? Not referee. Well, he might as well go and referee. Go and manage in America or somewhere.
Yeah,
one of them Saudi Arabia countries.
Even go back to the Championship, even and push the team to the playoffs.
Yeah,
but if he gets them relegated, he'll be in the Championship anyway, so he'll be good.
Oh yeah, that's true. You know, just a natural flow.
Jay said he's stay in his lane. Yeah, man, stay in your lane. Yes.
But
stay in the outside lane. You know, them athletes,
right? He believes his own hype.
Frankly. Yeah.
He's not as good as he thinks he is, unfortunately. So
no, I mean, you know,
privileged. That's the word.
Madness.
Privileged.
Very.
Newcastle lose their game after a good run. They lose to Chelsea. You're thinking, if anything, maybe Newcastle would have got a draw in that game. But what's a goal by Kai Havertz? The assist from, I think it was Jorginho in the 89th minute. And I don't know if you saw, did anybody see the goal?
Havertz shouldn't even been on the pitch at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
We will talk about that when it comes to
Newcastle were robbed. It's a disgrace.
Yeah.
Absolute disgrace.
Two incidents there. There was the penalty incidents where Jacob Murphy was pulled down by Chalobah.
Yeah.
That should have been a penalty.
Yeah.
And when Kai Havertz jumped up and literally elbowed my man in his temple, literally, I think he ended up with stitches, and you could still see the blood. I don't know how on earth.
He stayed on the pitch.
Well, I think it was it Dan Burn? I think it was Dan Burn that got elbowed in there. He should have gone for that. I mean, some people said that no, they don't. Well, the referees, some of the refs said that no, it wasn't a red card, but that was.
But you know, I think being at home saved him as well.
Yeah,
being at the bridge saved him. If he wasn't at the bridge, maybe he goes for that.
Yeah,
yeah. So it's, oh boy, I don't know. It's inconsistent refereeing as we.
You're not going to get that in the summer.
No, if we get into the top four, we'll have.
It's not good to buy 7-8 players, man. I'm telling you.
It never works out, does it?
No, you need 3 or 4 good quality boys to come in
and ship about 7 out in the
process. 2 strikers. Yeah. The thing is, if we keep Lacazette, because there's a thing is you keep Lacazette and then get a much younger striker, but an all-rounder striker. Do you know what I mean? I'd say midfield, because you've got Lokonga as a backup, but I think you need somebody alongside alongside Partey. I think hopefully Granit will end up going to Roma.
Right.
But
do you have any potential on loan, Norman?
You look at what Craig has put there, right? And if we end up, getting into Champions League or even into Europe, full stop, we are going to be playing a lot more games. So we're going to need a much bigger squad, because right now our squad is I think we've got a squad of 18. So we're going to need back up to 25.
Do you have any good potential out on loan? Right.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. Saliba.
Okay.
Yeah, so William Saliba, man. I needed to come back. The right back situation, which is Bellerin, he's doing quite well at. I think he's playing for Real Sociedad. I think it's Real Sociedad or Betis. I can't remember one of those. He's doing quite well out there, but I don't want him back as a right back. I think you still need to get a backup right back for Tommy Asu, because I just don't think Cedric is the man. A left back for Kieran Tierney. I heard there's talk that he's linked with Real Madrid.
Oh,
there's talk that he's linked with Real Madrid, but Tavares is the backup to Kieran Tierney. So whether we'll get another left back or not, I don't know. But definitely I'd say go for a couple of strikers. If we let Aubameyang go, Nketiah go, we need to get 2 strikers in. And yeah, I'd say go for 2 midfielders. If you want to great there.
If you want an England centre back, you can have.
No.
You can have Harry, mate.
No.
Oh,
that's all right.
Just a thought. Just a thought.
All right. It's all right.
You can have Sanchez.
I think Tottenham need him more.
Your defence ain't no better than ours. You ain't played no one in the last 5 games.
Yes, Mr. H, true Guna.
Man's like Harry. Harry.
Yeah. Listen, Harry, we don't want to be quiet tonight. Yeah, we don't want to be quiet tonight. Minimum of a draw.
I hope they batter you. When I say batter, I mean I want them to embarrass you. I want you to not answer the phone when I call you tomorrow morning. That's what I want. Humiliation.
But listen, the goal from Kai Havertz, beautiful.
Ball over the good goal, but he shouldn't have been there.
He shouldn't have been on the pitch. He shouldn't have been on the pitch. He shouldn't have been on the pitch. Rightly so. I don't want no £50
£50 yeah. Well, it's Samsung, Craig. It's Samsung, a good quality.
He's got a nice make on it and everything.
That's it, man. A small TV in the middle.
It's kind of the same shape as his head. Yeah.
I swear.
I'm hearing your chili. Okay, that's from my missus there. She's still chickening it out to come on, but she might have a lot to say when I talk about Mr. Mo Salah. But anyway, so Chelsea still moving on, winning 1-0. Kai Havertz. Listen, just quickly, guys. Lukaku, man. £90 million sub.
I thought he had 100 million.
That's mad, isn't it?
100 million money.
Well, whatever it is, add-ons, yeah, £100 million sub.
He's completely lost
very expensive. Listen, he's got the most expensive Timberland boots going.
ever.
Ever.
Right. I mean,
they're Dr. Martens, mate. They're not even Timberlands.
right? Yeah, top price. Yeah, the ones.
Let's not
Top
insult the
price Dr.
Timberlands.
Martens.
Yeah, these are Dr. Martens. DM, yeah, as like me and Mr. H like to do. When Wenger was messing up, man, me and Mr. H would say we need to put our DMs on. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Mr. H knows why we need to put our DMs on.
Put the Dr. Martens on and go look for mans.
Dr. Martens need to come on, man. Yeah, Dr. Martens need to come on. Yes, man. Yeah. Yes, I'm looking like Desmond Tutu. We going on. Desmond Tutu. Yes, we need a Desmond Tutu tonight.
Yeah, you know that
2-1 win. Can we do it? That is the question. The calm before the storm. Why? Arsenal 2, Leicester 0. Fantastic. Thomas Partey, Odegaard, Saka. Yeah. Listen, I was watching some Wenger, Arteta, Pep ball going on there. Come on, Chile, man. You got to admit there's some great football going on there, man.
No, I didn't see that.
I know you didn't see it. I did not see that.
I didn't see
it. 2-0. And you see the teams that, because obviously Man United won their game against you guys, so there was a bit of pressure for us to go. And normally now, I think we've got that mentality now to go into games now and do what we did. Oh, listen, Jamie Vardy didn't play in that game. They had quite a strong bench. They had Tillemans on the bench.
But no one's talking about him. Brenda is going under the radar right now.
Gone right under the radar, mate.
Where are they?
They're sitting, D.
They're 13th.
No.
13th. Yeah, they're 13th.
Yeah. So they do
proper
down.
3 games in hand on most of the teams above them. The body played 26. Yeah. So they got some games in hand, but yeah, man, he's just gone under the radar with these results. I know he's had some injuries, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Crystal Palace 0, Man City 0. That was a game yesterday, and bottle job. Pep overthinking. Should have brought on players we spoke about earlier on. Yeah. Should have brought on strikers. Just overcomplicating things.
They were there on the bench.
Put the pressure on us tonight now to Pep must be on that phone. I'll tell you what's probably happening is that if you see Arteta doing that to his ears, it's Pep saying, listen, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. Yeah, because we need to beat Liverpool. We need to beat
Liverpool.
I know it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
But they haven't got Salah playing.
I agree with Harry. I think we'll go with a Desmond Tutu. Yeah. Definitely.
But then you said actually, but you never thought Palace would take points off Man City just because of when you look at the squad depth of both teams and Patrick's still figuring some stuff out there. But Palace were good for the money, man. Lukaku looks like Storms.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely does. No, word of a lie. It does look like. It does look like.
They do look alike.
Yeah. Does the three look alike? So listen. If Liverpool do the business tonight, it's game on. And I think they will possibly go on and win the league, which I don't want because I've got to deal with my missus.
I don't think they're going to win the league. Yeah. I think City are still going to win.
I want City to 100% want City to win the league, but
I think they will. Liverpool will have a game where they slip up as well.
We beat Barca without Salah. Well, the way Barca have been playing, anybody can beat them. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Jay, I'm telling you, come on. I'm coming down to the Mo. Yeah, I'm coming to talk about Mo in a minute. You need to come on. Yeah, if you've got, listen, put in the chat if you want to see Jay come on. Yeah, come on. Let's be Avenue.
In the shadows lurking. Come on, man. Let's be Avenue, Jay.
What's the name will say? Let's be Avenue. Come on. Let's be Avenue.
Delia. Right. In your Delia Smith voice.
Yeah, we'll see Delia Smith. Let's be Avenue. Come on. Let's be Avenue. Let's see if she's brave enough to come and show her face. Right. I can hear her laughing in the background, so we'll see. You never know. You never know. Yeah. Listen, they're calling for you. Yeah, Jay, come on. Yeah, they're calling for you.
Tell her.
Yeah, Thomas Partey was absolutely immense against Leicester. Brilliant. That's the Thomas Partey that I want to see. Atletico Madrid, Thomas Partey, not his half brother or twin. Because, mate, you know what I mean. obviously the injuries did affect him, but he's now starting to come to his own. He absolutely
he's looking good. He's looking good. Yeah,
we need him. We need him to turn up tonight.
That's what you need. You need a boss man to control the midfield and help you out.
Chili's brother, yeah, says, Jay, come tell this man about himself. Right, listen, right. So let's just quickly talk about this. And you know what I'm going to do here? I want to go into this subject matter concerning the manager for Man United. Yeah. So let's first talk about. I didn't watch the game, but Benfica end up winning that game against Ajax. They go out 3-2, 1-0 to Benfica at Ajax. Ten Hag, right? We'll come to that in a second. D, your thoughts. Man United, Atletico Madrid.
Again, we could not finish our dinner, Norm. And this is why I was annoyed about that Tottenham result. Because you're like, okay, we can score goals. And when it really mattered, and it did really matter yesterday, I think that we have to come to a point where we have to start going into quarterfinals again, or push, like even with that squad, even with the interim. And when you look at the stats, it's very even Steven, but he's smart. Once he scored that goal, he just says, have the ball, break us down, because then you saw our possession go up, and I'm like. Nah, man. Simeone is a master at this. He really is.
Question for you, D. Did the referee beat your team, or did Atletico beat your team?
It's a bit of both, no. And I'm not gonna make excuses because like it's always easy. It's always easy to blame the rest. But then when you look at the mistakes, and then like I say, you look at the mistakes. If you haven't got a goalkeeper like we have, then we come unstuck so often. We will come unstuck so often. And so that's why I was annoyed when he started Maguire, because if you look at Maguire, how can you have that armband on and you're panicking every time you get the ball? What does that instill into the rest of the team?
There was one instance.
I know the feeling, man. I know that feeling.
He had the ball in his area.
Yeah.
Just be a defender and get rid of it. The man was dribbling in the area. In the end, he panicked. You see him panic.
Maldini. He thinks he's Maldini.
He kicks the ball to the gate, and the gate just like, what?
What are you doing?
That brilliant. He ends up kicking it straight to an Atletico player. They nearly score from that.
And I'm just like, and even when he tugged him,
the fans were booing him.
Yeah, they booed him, yeah.
Do you think he will stick around?
But it's where do you get rid of him? On the wages, I mean, obviously it's a cut price thing to get rid of him, but
yeah,
big wages as well. And Ollie,
that's the problem.
I laid this at Ollie's feet. He should never have given that man that captain's armband, because it's ruined the changing room. Because he doesn't give us captain's performances. He gets the odd goal here and there, and like I say, then he thinks he's prime Maldini. I'm like, brother, sit down, go back to Hull. I'm done with him. Honestly, I'm done with. Hull can have him back for free.
Well, that's what I was going to say to you. It's all right you saying that you're going to get rid of him, even if you sell him cheap, and even if a team comes in for him.
You're right.
He's going to say, no, I want that same money before I go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, you're actually, his agent will dig his heels in. I think we're stuck with him, and that's the scary thing. Now, a new coach may come in with a defensive coach and be able to work with him, but he's not quick on it. He's not nimble on his feet. He turns like a barge, or an ocean liner. And I just, like I said earlier, he was playing the false five yesterday. Because every time he got the ball, I just I can't even.
It's like, oh my gosh!
And I was listening. You panic on the radio.
Literally, you panic, mate.
Yeah, and then when I went to work, I'm on the radio listening to it because I'm you know what I mean. And I'm just getting vexed because I can't even see it now. I'm just listening to the radio.
Be careful there. You don't want to crash or anything like that when you're driving.
I know, bro. You've got to be careful there. Driving, but I was like, honestly.
Well, listen, Tottenham are currently playing Brighton away. It's still 0-0, 22nd minute. So let's hope that Brighton could do something there. Do it for the red side, yeah. So it's 0-0 currently. We obviously kick off.
I thought Arsenal didn't like Brighton after Malpay cussed you off, told you about yourselves. I thought you didn't like them.
On this occasion, whilst they're playing you, we like them. Okay. All right, Big D. Would you take Simeone to be Man United's manager because I would for Arsenal.
The thing is, yeah, because a few years ago I actually said that. Like when
it's the style of football, though, man.
I
saw some murderation football there yesterday, and I'm not talking about brilliant football.
And this what the United fans might get frustrated with the way he sets up defensively.
Yeah, it was horrible to watch.
But he's the master of getting 1-0s and locking that thing off.
No. On the link.
And I'm like,
nah. It ain't coming this way. You come on the link. You come on the link. You can come on the link. You can come on the link. Yeah. She's trying to hijack my stream. No, you don't need to. So come on the link then. No, you need to come on the link. No, you need to come on the link. Right, you need to come on the link. Yeah, no, you need to come on the link. Get out of here.
That's what I would say.
Right, so look, she's put a Liverpool shirt again.
I swear.
I've had it.
Get Jay out of here. Get out of here, man.
Just do what you got to do, yeah? No. You need to just go and get the link. That's what you need to do.
Hilarious.
Yes? Man, listen, I've got logged before my game starts, so I need to move swiftly. Our game. Because
you have to remember, Simeone is very similar to Mourinho when it comes to grinding out results.
Yeah.
And so I think that if we were going to get him, we should have got him before Mourinho, because you knew Mourinho was coming with all that drama eventually. Yeah. So Simeone should have got the job ahead of Mourinho if we were going to go for him. But right now, I wouldn't take him right now after that. Then, yes, but not now. Because he knows how to stop the shipping of the goals, all that kind of thing.
Wave to Mr. H, yeah? All right, now, right. So, listen.
Yeah. We've gone through Norman just elbow his missus out.
I'm not Kai Havertz, you know. I'm not that man. I ain't no Kai, you know. I ain't no Kai. Listen, okay. The Roman Chelsea situation. Is the future bright or bleak for Chelsea? Just quickly, let me have your thoughts on that. Just to say, there's probably a consultant, well, not consultant, but there's 200 interested parties in going in for, or would like to go in and buy Chelsea. I think they've got the club valued at about 3 billion. There was a Saudi media group. I can't remember the guy's name that sort of is in charge of it, but it's some Saudi geezer. His own net worth is 2.something billion, his own net worth. But the Saudi media group in total is 1.4 trillion.
Ooh.
And they're not linked to any government or anything like that. And there's also another American consortium trying to put something together as well. I've not really kind of gone into details about it, but there are a number of consortiums out there or interested parties out there. So even though we may have laughed at Chelsea when the whole sanctioning thing came with Chelsea and Roman Abramovich, there was things about they can't sell tickets. They've closed down the club shop.
They tried to get the Middlesbrough game to be played behind.
Yeah, what's that all about? What was all that about? You know what I mean? Because
I think short term they're going to feel some pain.
Yeah,
but then afterwards, as long as they don't go out of business, then they'll come back. Someone will buy them and put money in them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably the land. You know, listen, they're in the prime location, southwest.
Prime real estate in West London, isn't it?
West London, man. That's West London money.
I don't think that the government are going to let any Saudis buy it.
That's what I was about to say.
But the thing is, this Saudi group is not linked. They haven't got no government links. It's not like a country that's buying them. So that
they're still Saudis.
But you know what, if they allow an American or American consortium, these guys are going to do what the Glazers have done. They're going to saddle it with debt and probably use it to fund an ice hockey team or a basketball team or an NFL team. Because I don't know if you saw that Tom Brady was at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Now, Tom Brady plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which are owned by the Glazer family. He was retired. After that, they flew him into Old Trafford.
I know.
To Ronaldo. The next day, he came out of retirement.
He said, I'm not retiring.
Yeah. I'm not retiring now. And so I looked at that and I said to Leon, I said, there goes our transfer window. Money. Because that's going on his salary. This guy is a...
That is the way they dropped it, mate. That's how they dropped it, bro.
Yeah, but Norm, this guy is a 7-time Super Bowl champion.
I know.
4-time MVP. Yeah. So this man, he commands bare peas, you know. So I said, that's our transfer window cut in half to pay his salary. So I was vexed when I heard that he come out of retirement. I said,
Don't you think the British guy's got a chance of getting them? Apparently, he's a Chelsea fan.
Is he?
Yeah. He's worth, I think Kofi said, I think if it's the same guy, I think he's worth about 20 something billion pounds.
Is it?
They said that he's the richest man in England or something.
There's a group, I don't know if it's an American group, they want to put together a super consortium. So there's a number of consortiums, they want to come together and buy Chelsea. Now, the problem with that, I don't know how that's going to work because you've got, they're all going to have their own kind of like thoughts on how to
Too many cooks, mate. Too many cooks.
Man, that smells of money laundering, that does not.
Yeah.
That smells of money laundering.
Listen, man. Definitely done for Man United. You're gonna have to. Looks like you're gonna have to keep R37.
He already told me, Norman, he's not playing Europa League football. It is beneath him.
Delete that, man. Delete that.
He ain't having it. He's gone, mate.
Delete that.
If we don't finish top 4, he's out of there.
Okay.
That
Listen, I've got 15 minutes before my game starts. My heart is starting to pump. It's starting to pump. Right. So I think, as Chili said, in the short term, they're going to have a little bit of a bumpy ride. But I think, for me, it could work out for Chelsea. Yeah. And
you remember, he's not going to call the loan in, Norman.
Huh?
He's not going to call the loan in either, Roman.
No, as well.
He said that before they sanctioned him, though. I hope that he don't sell it.
If he calls the loan in, that's what
I think they've got like until, I don't know if it's the end of the month or the end of this week to
I think it's this week, you know?
Is it this week?
This week, yeah.
If he decides he's not selling, then Chelsea's finished.
What's going to happen is, mind you, they've both got something in common. The government, they're blue, so it's constantly blues, running Chelsea blues. You know what I mean? Yeah, Boris Johnson as your chairman. Wow, fantastic. He can have all the parties he wants in that club. Yeah.
Listen, I've got to run, gents, but I'll catch you next week.
Yeah, definitely. But with next week, we'll see how we go. Hopefully, I'll have a massive smile on my face. The cold chili, I couldn't care less, mate. But yeah, we're gonna. I'll finish off the conversation with Mr. Big D because I need to go and sit down and get ready for my game. But listen, we'll see you next week, Chill.
I'll see you next week, Jen. Take care.
Right, easy.
Good luck, Jay.
All right, thank you very much. You are now sacked. Right, see you later, bro.
See you later.
Right. So listen, quickly. Let's ask this question: Tuchel, Poch, or Ten Hag? Which one?
Ten Hag for me, but I'm hearing that Poch has already got the nod. That's what I'm hearing. Like,
the job against Real Madrid.
And I'm just like, I think we missed our. I think when Poch was available, remember when he was on, he was a pundit and he kind of was literally saying to Man United, "Come and get us."
Yeah,
and we didn't, and we extended on his contract. I think that was then before he went to PSG. Now I'm just not convinced about Poch. I suppose the thing with Poch would be that he may be able to persuade Harry to jump ship. But Harry's going to cost us a fortune.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of pundits are saying Tuchel because of the Chelsea situation. I mean, Carragher was sort of muting it, and Gary Neville, or not even Gary Neville, Paul Merson was saying it on the Gillette Saturday that why not go for Tuchel? At the moment, Chelsea are going through a little bit of a rocky patch.
Is he gettable though? Is he realistically gettable?
Well, this is it.
I'm not
to
sure.
be perfectly honest, I think the sale will go through, and I think it will take a little bit of time. They'll be back to normal, and they go again.
But
the only thing for me is whether Chelsea or the owners, the new owners, are going to have that same passion to spend and put their money in. So that's where we'll have to just watch and see.
But Tuchel wasn't on a long-term contract, Mom.
No, that's right.
That. So maybe he is gettable.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think he will be renewing in the summer. But
Messi wants to leave PSG in the summer. Where do you think he should go?
Man City.
Yeah, because at least if he comes to England, then he can say, I've played in the English league, he's played in the French league, he's played in the Spanish league.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he goes back
do a year in England, the Premier League, and then go to the Bundesliga, and then you're pretty much good. Oh, no, you've got to do the Italian league as well. Oh, because funny enough, what's name has not played in the Bundesliga, has he? Ronaldo.
No, Ronaldo hasn't. No.
Right, so they've still got they've got a few years to go around all the leagues. You know what I mean?
Just catch some nice chicks.
Yeah, listen, PSG. Listen, he's what? He's 34, 35. Yeah. If he's still got the love for the game, I love him. I'd love him to come to us.
Yeah, I think he would. H.
But I love him to come to us.
And I just remembered that when he came in, because remember he came in after they sacked Frank. It wasn't a long-term contract. It was like, okay, get this guy in. Yeah. Let's see, because he was at PSG, right? Tuchel came from PSG.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
then came from PSG, and short-term contracts. So maybe because I think Ten Hag is going to cost us a lot in compensation. I still think he's got a couple of years left on his contract. Where if my man is renegotiating in the summer, he may think, I don't want to be a part of this mess. Yeah. And yes, I think H is right there. I think he fancy Old Trafford, especially with our new stadium coming on.
Let's watch this space. Let's watch this space. What's that?
Especially with our new stadium coming in.
Oh yeah, but I mean, yeah.
In my fancy that, mate. I have a bit of that.
Yeah, but you got to remember that Tom geezer, yeah. Right. I think he's taking that chunk, so you might have to just stay and just probably just repair, do a bit of paint work and whatever, patch up the roof, and you'll be good. Yeah.
Put a 60-inch screen in the wall.
Yeah, I was going to say that you need a big 60-inch screen in there as well. You know what I'm saying?
60 ain't even enough, mate. It must be like
some Wi-Fi as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be like some Wi-Fi. Right. Let me start with all that.
All right. So Ten Hag for you. Ten Hag is your man.
Yeah.
That's what you would like. But you're saying that
he might be gettable, Norman.
Yeah.
Unless he forces it.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
Does he force a move out of there? Does he force a move?
Yeah, I think if Arteta gets fourth place, they're gonna give him what he wants, and he'll end up signing another 3-4 year deal. So as much as I would Ten Hag at our club, because I just don't think, and I keep saying it, I just don't think Arteta's at that level, especially when you go to Champions League, to be sort of on the same level as the elite managers out there. I just think we'll end up getting battered like we did against the Bayern Munichs and that was under Wenger. Do you know what I mean? Who's got millions of miles more experience than Arteta. Do you know what I'm saying? So we'll just wait and see and see how we go at that. So Poch is probably the one that is likely to end up being at your club, but Ten Hag would be your man.
Yeah. Poch is a backward step for me now.
Yeah.
And I hope we don't just do that as an easy option because he's a yes man.
Yeah.
Poch won't argue too much with the if Bernardo Silva. That's a good shot. That is great.
I love the way Bernard plays. It's like the ball just sticks to his feet.
He's a bad man,
Yeah,
I rate him.
That's a tough.
I've had him in my
that's a tough one, man.
League all season, though.
Yeah,
I've had him in my fantasy league all season.
Because remember, he was on his way out. He was on his way out, and he was linked with us as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Silva. I'm taking Silva over Sterling.
Jeez. Oh, this is a tough one,
I'm taking.
I like Sterling as well.
Yeah, tap it, man.
But I think Bernard is more consistent, so I would probably go for Bernard.
And I think he gives you more.
And H agrees as well. Yeah,
he gives you more. He gives you more.
Yeah,
for sure.
gives you more.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I'll go with Silva.
Bernardo. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll go with. If we had lots of money, then I'll go for both of them. But if not, it has to be Silva for me. It has to be Silva.
And you know what? And Pep trusts him. He starts a lot of games now.
Yeah,
Ronaldo starts a lot of games.
Literally. I mean, he didn't have a brilliant game the other night. The ball just didn't stick to him, stray passes and stuff like that. But he's a brilliant
Christian Romero just scored, Norm.
Eh?
Christian Romero just scored for Tottenham. I know.
Oh, jeez. Come on, Arsenal, please. Listen, Brighton, sort it out. Yeah. That will put Tottenham on what, 48 points, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I think they're on 45 at the moment.
No, they're on 46 points at the moment. But maybe they're adding that.
No, because they were on 45. So live standings will be 48. I think live standings.
No, they was on 46. No,
they're on 46 now.
Yeah, showing 46 now in the current table.
Right.
So maybe it went to 46 from the start of the game at 0-0. And now they've just scored. So he's probably not updated.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Yeah, they're on 48 points. 3 points behind us, but we've got 2 games in hand on them. Yeah. Come on, Brighton, man. Get a draw, Joker. Right. Quickly, because my game starts in 8 minutes. Now the old stomach is starting to go. Ramsdale. Is Ramsdale the best English keeper?
Spread's 48. Yeah, it's 48 points now.
Yeah.
No.
Is Ramsdale the best English keeper after that save that he made in the Leicester game? Brendan Rodgers turned around, thought the goal was in, turned around and went, wow. And he said he's the best English keeper. And I think, personally speaking, he should be number 1.
Right.
Yeah, listen, I know Craig, that game is on, mate, so I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, man. Come on, Gooners. Let's do it, man. 2-1 to the Gooners. That's what I'm going for. 2-1 to the Gooners.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, Craig.
I'm actually going to put Nick Pope ahead of him. And only just.
Right.
Because, for me, if I'm England, I'm taking Pope, him.
Yeah.
And then my guy, if my guy gets relegated with Everton, then he's not going to the World Cup. He shouldn't be going to the World Cup, but then it's Southgate. But these two should be fighting it out for number 1. Nick Pope and Ramsdale.
Yeah.
England number 1, they should be fighting it out.
Yeah.
Forget Pickford worries me anyway. I don't
Yeah. No, but Ramsdale, brilliant. I think he's had 12
clean sheets. That year comes good.
Yeah, it's come good. 12 clean sheets.
Man.
Hopefully we'll get a clean sheet tonight, but
that's hard to do, in the Premier League. 12 clean sheets,
absolutely. I think he's the third. I think he has the third best clean sheet. Because you've got the Man City keeper and also the Liverpool keeper.
Alisson,
and that. So listen, Ramsdale for me, mate.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
A little bit biased, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Bro. That's all good.
Mo Salah. Is Mo appreciated at the pool? Now, obviously he wants 400,000. That's what I'm hearing. Ooh. Liverpool can't pay that kind of money because they obviously to do their wage structure, stuff like that. And then what's going to happen? Maybe Van Dijk will say, I want, because I think at the moment Van Dijk, there's a lot of players that want more money than him right now. That's the mad thing about it.
Well, the thing is as well, as you know, when it comes to that, once that one guy gets that monster contract, all the mans that feel themselves are going to start knocking that door and saying, listen, I'm the best defender in the league. Match it.
Yeah.
And then they have a problem. But do you let Mo walk as a Liverpool ownership? And
this is the big question.
Because he's stroppy. He's stroppy already.
Yeah.
So, and you're probably looking at man like Rashford and these mans.
Yeah,
400K.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing. And Liverpool, I mean, look, they may come to some compromise because you've got image rights. I think he's got. I think it was you last week. You were saying about his image rights.
Image rights,
mad image rights. And stuff
you know what? Realistically, do you give Mo 300? Jay said yes. Let him walk. Seen.
I think Kofi's of the same mindset as well. I think
let him walk?
Mindset as well. Yeah, let him walk. From talking with Kofi.
Wow. I mean, it'd be sad to not see him in the league because I like to watch him. But if he's holding a gun to their head and they're saying, "Nah, man, you're gonna mash up our whole pay structure if we pay you this," then let him walk. But it's kind of how do you? Yeah, and the compromise would be 250, 300. And he might still.
He's going to say, but look what he's doing. Look what he's doing from Liverpool single-handedly. Do you know what I mean? Assists and goals. Do you know what I mean?
So and say,
it's
what he'll say. Normally, he'll say Marcus Rashford's on 250, and he's washed at Man United.
Right.
That's what he'll say.
Yeah, exactly.
Realistically,
yeah.
You see what they're paying Marcus Rashford that can't bang a goal at the moment. You see what they're paying him at Old Trafford? Pay me my money.
I think the problem is. They can't. We're right. H is right there.
What about
listen?
That's the one.
I like that one.
Guys, you can't afford
that one. Listen, 2 minutes to go. I'm gonna. You know what? V.A.R, absolute joke. That's my opinion in it.
Yeah.
The Jacob Murphy should have been a penalty. Sanchez should have been sent off. the situation with Dan Burn and Vats. He should have gone.
This is what I say quickly with VAR. We need to start using VAR like the rest of Europe.
Yeah.
We're the only country that doesn't use it the way everyone else does.
No, it's friends because they got friends up there, innit? They got friends up there. Oh, it's my mate.
Man.
I don't want to show him up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when he's meant to go to this, when he's meant to, I mean, the situation, like our goal, the handball, when Sunchu stopped the goal from going in from Thomas Partey, and mate, they must have spent about 2-3 minutes. I mean, it's a clear and obvious handball.
Yeah. And there's too much money in the game to allow VAR to ruin it.
It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
but listen, VAR, as you said, they need to go and sort it out. And that's why I've called it very awful refs. Yeah? That's what it stands for. Exactly. Yeah? Very awful refs. Right? And that's, they need to sort it out and sort it out. Hopefully, come the summer, they'll have another review, which they'll probably do, sit down with the managers and the players. But I think you said again, they should have ex-players in there.
In there.
Yeah. I'm nervous too. I'm absolutely nervous too as well. Last one, I think we've pretty much covered everything. Yeah. And it is the Prem form table. So quickly, D, what do you think?
Form table.
Form table. Let's go down to 6. So who's top?
Probably you guys now.
No, Liverpool still, because remember they haven't lost the game, have they?
They haven't. Yeah, okay. So all right.
Liverpool. Who's second?
Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, Man United, and
Right, okay, so let me give it to
West
you then.
Ham. Go on.
Liverpool, 18 points first. Yeah. Chelsea, second on 16 points. Arsenal, still in the top 4 on a third on 16 points. Man City dropped down to 4th on 13 points. Newcastle dropped down to 5th, obviously losing that game because at one time they were second on 13 points. And Man U in 6th in the Europa League, where Ronaldo will be trading his football, 11 points. And West Ham dropped down to 7th. Tottenham are in 8th. On 10 points.
Oh, wow, 10 points.
So that is the form table for
this. It's the last 5 games, right, Norm? Last 5 games. Yeah. Right.
Last 6 games.
Six games. Yeah.
Last 6 games. But listen, it's been a pleasure.
Norm, as always.
I'm now about to go in there and boy,
I'm gonna log on.
I might need to sit on the toilet while I watch the game. But listen, it's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you in the chat for joining us.
Man.
The game has started. Hopefully, hold on, I can hear some noise. It's been a.
Is it already?
Is it 1-0? Is it 1-0 there?
It can't be.
Who to? You're joking.
It's not coming up on mine. It's not showing it yet.
They scored. Oh.
I'm about to say, it just started. It's like 1 minute.
Ramsdale save.
Okay, cool.
2 corners already.
That's what I'm saying. Already getting peppered. Oh my gosh.
Listen, guys.
Dr. Peppered.
Please hit the like button, subscribe and share. And we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Yeah, go enjoy the game, Norm. I'm going to log on to a stream now and have a nose while I
take it easy. Guys, see you next week. Please like, subscribe, and share. And see you on the next What's Going On podcast. Take care.
All right. Take care, guys.
All right.
3rd corner already.